Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know that it's been a very long time since I uploaded a video, and I'm pretty much here to give everyone an update. So as you can see, I don't have any makeup on. I still have my work clothes on. I'm me. I'm just basic me. Um, I pretty much wanted to make this video to the very few people that have been so excited that started YouTube and that they watch my videos. And I understand I do not have very much following, but I appreciate the people that are still subscribed, still follow me, still interact with me, things of that nature. This subject is not very easy for me, and I want to try my hardest not to cry, get emotional. Um, but and I apologize if you hear my boyfriend in the background. He is streaming live on Twitch, and I told myself I'm due to make a video. So for the past almost about 4 months, I've been dealing with a lot of health issues and emotional roller coaster, pretty much. So I don't even know where to start. That's a sad part about it. Like I don't know where. I feel like I do, but then I don't. um, I've always dealt with depression, not so much anxiety, but more so like depression. Just growing up, dealing with like the events that occurred in my life from at a very young age to my late teens, mid-teens or late teens, I guess. And I mean, I'm not going to go into too much of like my whole entire life and what I had to deal with. However, I've been through a lot, and I'm pretty sure everybody goes through a lot, but I deal with anxiety and depression on a day-to-day basis, and it is severe. It's severe and it's exhausting, and it can be scary. Um, I look back on my life and I'm like, how did I deal with it up to this point? I'm trying not to cry. Like how was I able to get through everything that I've been through? But why now I can't handle it? I can't control my life. And having anxiety, and there's many different types of anxiety. Like it's a huge, and I don't want to say huge, but it's a good list. And there's a lot of things that contribute to anxiety and depression. And if you do not deal with mental disorders or anxiety and depression specifically, you are so like if you experience it for like maybe just once, just one time, you will be so shocked, like breathtaking how your mind can literally control your well-being, just how you think. Like your mind controls your world. Your mind is so powerful that it's as if like your mind doesn't even allow you to drive anymore. Like you're in a car and the car drives you. That's your mind. That's your mind having anxiety. It's like you have no control over what you think, what images you portray in your mind, how you feel. It takes over. It can take over your life. It can, if you allow it. I go to counseling every 2 weeks. On the 9th or 10th of October, which is next week as I'm recording this, I'm going to see a psychiatrist. I'm not really into taking medication. I actually had a bad experience where my family doctor prescribed me something, and I'm not mad at her or feel any type of negativity towards her. Primary care doctors are not there to treat everything. That's why they refer you to people, because that's not their specialty. So I'm going to see a psychiatrist who deals with specifically prescribing medication for my anxiety and depression. Now, I I now have a fear of taking medication because I took a type of medication for my anxiety. I think it was like an antidepressant, and it did not go well at all whatsoever. And because of that, I hate taking medicine. Like, I'm even sometimes afraid to take vitamins. And it's funny but not funny, I guess. And it's the same thing, like I take medicine on a day-to-day basis for like acid reflux, and that's the only thing that I feel comfortable taking. But even when it comes to like pain medicine, like ibuprofen, Aleve, Advil, Tylenol, I'm afraid to take it. Like I'll have a headache and not take the medicine. I'll sit there in pain, and I'll keep telling myself that I don't have to take the medicine. I'm just like, sometimes I'm mad at myself because I'm like, you've been through so much. Like, you are such a strong person. And I'm not just telling myself that. Even in this video that I'm recording, I'm gonna try my hardest not to ramble and go on and, like, make this such a long video. But like, there's so much I want to say, and I want to help people so much and so bad because I know how hard this is. I lost classmates that I went to school from like kindergarten to high school, and they committed suicide because of, whatever they were going on in their personal life. And sometimes people don't know how to seek help. And because they don't know how, or they choose not to, or they're afraid to, it's too late for them to change their mindset. It's too late for them to be considered rescued. And it's sad. It's very sad. And I'm sitting here like, thank God I had an avenue. I wish I could have been that avenue for someone else. And I want to be an avenue to anyone all over the world if possible, and try to help as much as possible that I can. Now, the funny thing is, I do go to school for psychology because I want to be a criminal psychologist. And I go to counseling. And I'm not afraid to tell people that I go to counseling. It's not that I'm crazy or what have you. It's pretty much the same exact thing. It's like going to go get a physical done for your body, but a psychologist is like a physical for your mind, your mindset, your well-being, your sanity, and I'm not afraid to tell people that. I'm not afraid to tell people that I deal with anxiety and depression. I hate saying the word mental disorder because the word disorder is just off-putting to me, but I'm I'm very intelligent, and I know I am. I know I am, and I surprise myself every single time holding conversations with people. So it's just an obstacle that I have to get over. But during this journey, I would love to help people and love to relate to people and give people advice. If I find something that helps me, maybe tell you in hopes that it will help you, and try to figure out some things together. I've downloaded apps. I panicked and purchased apps, and I went to Barnes and Nobles and I freaking bought great books. And I by any means, I don't disagree by buying any type of educational things that would benefit, helping someone in this type of journey or obstacle in their life. And I hope that like people go and seek counseling and make sure that their well-being, their mindset, and their sanity is, good, or they get some type of guidance for it. You know, I just wish the best for people and myself. And if I mean, I can definitely give an update, let everybody know how I'm feeling, and give advice. I currently have a workbook that I started reading. I purchased it at Barnes and Nobles. I want to say it was about between the amount of like $20 to $22. Some books are a little bit pricey, but it's a workbook, so it has a lot of activities. It's supposed to help you with your anxiety, like if you have OCD, depression, all types of, type of mental disorders. And so far, I think it's absolutely amazing. And always remember keywords that are positive words. For me, it's overcome. Like, overcome means to me that eventually you would beat this, pretty much. Eventually you will overcome this, or like, you will get through this. This isn't the end. This is where you stop. You keep going, you don't give up. So I'm staying strong as much as possible. And I thank every single one of you who watch my videos, and even if you just watch this one, I thank you, and I hope that I could help you. I don't have a PO box for people to write to, but like, email me. I'll email you. We can be friends. We can go through this together. I can try to help as much as possible. I mean, I'm not a psychologist. I haven't graduated yet, but I don't want you to go through this alone by any means, because I know how it feels to be lonely and not have any type of support. And I thank goodness for the people that are in my life, that understand, that learn to understand, that don't sit and just brush it off and like, oh, you'll get over it. No, this is hard. This is it's fucking hard. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to cuss, but it's the hardest thing that I probably endured in my whole entire 22 and a half years of living. And I thank God for the people that He has put in my life, because I probably would not be able to do this by myself. So if anyone out there doesn't have anyone, or you feel as though you don't have anyone there to understand, to lean on, to talk to, I am here. Send me an email on Twitter. Look, DM me Twitter, fucking Instagram, Snapchat, what have you. Like, I want to be there for you. I know how hard this is. Again, I'm not trying to make this too long. I'll try to do like weekly vlogs or updates on my journey as far as my progress. And I'll even, tell you guys my experience of seeing the psychiatrist. Because I do go to a counselor or a psychologist, and I go every 2 weeks. And I've been going to her, I want to say about like April, May. And at first, I didn't think it was right, because we just talked. All we did was talk. All we did is converse. Like, we didn't, it felt as if like I was just having like a sit down with like friends and just like talking. But that's because my anxiety wasn't to this extreme, pretty much. My depression, my anxiety wasn't to the extreme. I didn't have anxiety about much, just work. And yes, I work a very stressful job. Very stressful job. And I deal with anxiety and depression. So yeah. But now that my anxiety and I don't want to say so much depression. Depression comes and goes because of this journey, but it's more so anxiety. It has gotten like very bad. I don't want to say like to its max, but it's bad. So now our sessions are doing good. They are full of progress, I would say. My last session was really great because I was happy. Like, I didn't have any type of, you know, problems or felt any type of way. I was happy. Like, I was happy that my health was getting, back to normal, and that I didn't feel very anxious or depressed. And the type of anxiety, I didn't diagnose myself, but I have like general anxiety, separation anxiety. I worry. It's like agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is like a general like anxiety, more so focusing on having anxiety about having anxiety. So my fear is having anxiety or panic or anxiety attack. And because I'm in fear of it, it's one of my triggers for my anxiety. Go figure. Another thing is my health and well-being, because I was having a lot of stomach pains and then head pains. And then I lost 9.5 pounds in the course of 2 weeks because of my anxiety. And when I took the medication, the first time the first time I took it, put me in hospital. Did not sit right with me. I didn't want to take it ever again, but people kept telling me, "Oh, you should take it. It takes 30 days, to build up in your immune system." And I was like, no, I was against taking it. But then I took it. The second time I took it, I ended up in the hospital 3 times, 2 different hospitals in the course of 24 hours. I refused, and on everything in my life and well-being in this whole entire world, refused to take that medication ever again. First of all the health bills that have accrued, all the blood drawn and the medication and the time and missing work and my bills falling behind. Like, no, absolutely not. I cannot allow this to happen. I'm going to be the strong headed person that I've always been. I'm going to get over this. I'm going to face this instead of running away from it, because running away is not the way to handle it. You have to face it head on, but you got to be stronger than that. You have to be strong. You have to sit here and say, look, I can no longer allow you to control my life. There are times where I will be at my lowest, but even at my lowest, I won't allow you to control my life. It's it's going to be hard. Absolutely, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be well worth it when you overcome and you overpower this mental disorder. I I just can't. I don't. I am not going to allow this to get to me and beat me down. I'm not going to allow this to make me feel like I'm not in control of my life, because I always have been. Why not now? The answer is you always will and you always can. Again, if you guys ever need any type of help, just want to talk, get things off your chest, by any means, I am not anyone to judge. I will never judge anyone, because I am absolutely nowhere near perfect. But I will be damned if I didn't at least try to help and didn't at least provide the best advice. I love you guys. I thank you so much, and I appreciate the time to watch this. And I hope you guys stick around and we get to communicate. And I love you guys again, and I pray you guys, you know, walk with me and achieve this journey, pretty much. So thank you so much for watching again. Snapchat. Follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. Message me on any of those platforms. I love you guys. Until the next video. Bye.